Hello, little explorers! Welcome back to the Katha Lantern. I'm your host, Rutu. On this journey, our studio feels extra warm and bright because we are celebrating something truly special Father's Day.
Mama, who invented Father's Day? Has it been around forever?
That is very curious of you, Ira. Actually, it was invented over 100 years ago by a wonderful lady named Sonora. She realized we were already celebrating Mother's Day, but no specific day to celebrate the fathers. Sonora's dad was a completely valiant veteran and raised 6 kids all by himself. She wanted to say a giant thank you to her own dad. She held the very first Father's Day celebration on June 19th, 1910 in Spokane, Washington. It later became an official national holiday in 1972. Sonora knew that a father's love is incredibly powerful and protective.
Oh, that makes total sense. Dads are super protective. Just like at the swimming pool, I saw a little boy playing right at the very edge of the deep water. Just like at the swimming pool, I saw a little boy playing right at the very edge of the deep water. He reached out to grab a floating ball. He lost his balance and accidentally tumbled right in. He started splashing, trying so hard to swim and calling out for help.
Oh my goodness! Slipping into the deep water unexpectedly like that would make anyone feel completely wobbly and anxious.
Yeah, he looked so scared. But his dad was watching him, and he ran over so fast. He didn't even take off his shoes or his regular clothes. He just jumped right into the deep water with everything on. He splashed down looking so bold and scooped the little boy right up. He was totally fearless.
Diving in without a single second of hesitation, what a courageous thing to do!
Exactly. When his boy needed him, his dad turned into a superhero.
That is a magnificent observation, Ira. A father's love is incredibly powerful. It makes a dad do completely valiant things to keep his child safe. In fact, our Katha lantern is glowing right now with a story about exactly that kind of strong, protective love. Let's open our giant book of stories and find out. Inside our newest tale, we are traveling back in time to a snowy city in Poland to the late 1800s. This is a true story of Madame Marie Curie. We are going to meet a brilliant girl named Mary, who was called Maria back then. At this time, she was just about 10 years old and she had a mind full of wondrous curiosity. Mary loved science more than anything. She loved mixing things in glass test tubes and measuring things on tiny scales to understand how the world worked. Her father, Vladislav Slodowski, was a mathematician and a physics teacher. But then a giant obstacle appeared. Back then, the grumpy leaders of her country made a very strict rule. The schools in Poland were ordered to stop conducting laboratory experiments. They locked up all the beautiful science equipment in glass cabinets and posted strict guards to watch the school. The thought of never doing experiments made Mary feel incredibly anxious and heartbroken. Her dreams felt wobbly, much like the little boy sinking in the deep end of the swimming pool. The anxious little girl said,
But father, how will we learn how the world works if we cannot do our experiments? They have locked away all the glass tubes and shiny scales. I'm feeling very sad.
That's when the encouraging father said,
Do not be anxious, my little Marie. The world is our laboratory, and they cannot lock up our minds. I will not let your dream fail.
and just like the dad at the swimming pool, her father did not hesitate for a single second. He used the incredible superpower of a father's fearless protection. Late one evening, he snuck into the locked school. He knew the strict guards were outside, but he felt completely valiant and brave for his little daughter. He sneaked past through the guards and he carefully unlocked the cabinets. He was well positioned to grab as many lab equipments as he could carry. He packed up the delicate glass tubes, the shiny scales, and the fascinating rocks, hiding them deep in his winter coat and wooden crates. He bravely carried them past the guards and all the way home through the cold snow. He brought the laboratory equipment home. Looking at the heavy wooden crates set on the dining table, the amazed little Mary said,
Father, you jumped right in to save all the science equipment. You brought the shiny scales and the test tubes home.
The proud and protective father said,
Yes, I am your shield against their nasty rules. Now, put on your apron, Marie. We have wondrous science to do right here in our own laboratory.
He didn't just hide the equipment away. He built a secret lab right in their living room. He conducted experiments with his children so they could also study science. Shielded by her father's fearless love, Mary no longer felt anxious. She could safely study and experiment every single day. And because of that secret sanctuary, Mary learned so much that she grew up to be one of the most famous scientists in the entire world. Marie Curie went on to win not one but 2 Nobel Prizes. She discovered incredible glowing elements called polonium and radium and invented new ways to use radioactivity to help doctors heal sick people. It all started because a father's love was completely fearless, jumping in to build a wondrous shield when she needed him the most. And that, little explorers, brings us to the end of today's true story. Now, it is time for our favorite part, the Katha Canvas. Little explorers, grab your art supplies and your magic canvas. Since today we are celebrating the fearless love of fathers, you have 2 super fun choices. You could draw a beautiful picture of you and your dad doing something totally fun, bold, or valiant together. Or for a super easy drawing from our story, you could draw a sparkling gold Nobel Prize medal with the number 1 right in the middle, just like the magnificent awards Marie Curie achieved. Grown-ups, snap a picture of these magnificent masterpieces, especially those wonderful drawings of the dads. Then you can submit the art to us via DM on Instagram at the Katha Lantern. We would be absolutely thrilled to add the Father's Day drawings to our glowing community of Katha Canvas Highlights Gallery. If your little explorers loved this Father's Day special, please hit the plus sign on Apple Podcast or tap the follow button and the little bell icon on Spotify. Liking this show or leaving a quick review is the absolute best way to help other families find our magical podcast of stories. Happy Father's Day to all the wonderful dads out there. Until next time, I'm your host, Rutu. Stay curious as you grow and let your imaginations glow.